bring Columbus Short to the front of the congregation. Now, a lot of people may not be familiar with Columbus Short. I know him from a couple different movies from when I was younger. One of them, I believe, was Stomp the Yard, but I remember Columbus Short. And Columbus Short, I haven't really heard from Columbus Short recently, but he did drop a video on Instagram, and he went live apparently. And I want to share this video with you guys, all right? Make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.
I'm snitching. I'm snitching in the kitchen. Diddy. Gotta tell on him. He tried it on me, so I know it's true. I was married, my ex-wife. I got a phone call in the middle of the night, about 2:30 in the morning. It was, my wife says, pick up the phone. It was an unknown number. Pick up the phone. What bitch is calling you? Who's calling you? Picked up the phone.
All right, so let's stop there for a second. Well, actually, I want to play the whole thing, and then I'm going to go back and break it down.
It was Diddy. And he said, hey, man, we didn't see what BET Awards, you know, what you doing? I'm in bed with my wife. He said, I'm at the Beverly Hills Hilton, the Beverly Hills Hotel. I said, what's up? I said, who over there? He said, just me.
All right, so let me back up for a minute. I want to play this one more time for the guys in the back, because I just want to hit this really quickly, and then we go pause, and then I'm gonna go from there.
I'm snitching. I'm snitching in the kitchen. Diddy.
First and foremost, why did Columbus Short feel the need to be a Me Too victim? Nobody was checking for Columbus Short. Nobody cared about what his thoughts were. I didn't see him doing an interview. I mean, he may very well be doing well, and he may be in a good space. Who knows? Maybe he got a good role coming up or something like that. Nobody was tripping. Nobody was looking to see what Columbus Short had to say. Nobody. And the first thing he do is drop a video talking about how he's snitching about something that nobody asked him of. Now, I'm not a fan of Puff. I've never met Puff. The closest that I've got to somebody that was next to Puff was somebody that was at a party with Puff of significance. And he told me, he said, man, I met this dude. And he said, Anton off the record, so on and so forth. And then he went on to give me some insight. And I said, interesting. But that man had never had any kind of petition. I'm going to read that super chat shortly. Petitioning or sexual experience to where Puff had his phone number or anything like that. So I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Now, that conversation that I had with him was way before all of these allegations against Puff, right? But I don't even really care for Puff. Like, I think that he's a substandard artist. I think that he's great at marketing to black people. And when I told y'all that Puff was selling y'all a dream with the whole Ciroc, then he sold liquor into his people that he said that he loved so much, and he capitalized off of y'all, but he was really crazy out here in these streets, and he wasn't even really going to be able to finesse this thing and continuing to become a multi-billionaire based off of the lawsuit that he was filing against Diageo. I believe that it was going to be a downfall, and I reviewed the video that he did on Earn Your Leisure, in which he was having a conversation but not really giving any real game about what it takes in order to get to the bag, but he was selling dreams like most rappers and entertainers do. Now, that's not a knock on him personally. That's really just me assessing the conversation that was being had, and I'm able to separate the conversation from the person, right? But I'm indifferent about Puff, and so much so to where I believe it's important for us to remain indifferent about people in order to get to the truth. The problem with us, especially the black community, men and women, because men operate in their femininity, and then they get emotional about a situation, And when I see something may come out and some information may be had or a conversation had been communicated, people are so busy being against the person instead of being against the information or speaking specifically about the information. That's why a lot of these women can't get the insight on how to get married, because they so focused on not liking me, even though I'm gorgeous, instead of being focused on the game that I'm giving you. I digress. But I'm able to parse through and say, okay, I like what he said. I didn't like what he said. I like this about what he said. I didn't like what he said. But what that also allows for me to do is to evaluate whether or not it's a money grab. I can look and I can say, well, I think that Cassie did it because she was trying to finesse some money. And so she used the lawsuit in order to tear him down and get that bag, because I don't even know what her husband do for a living. So her money must be running short, and I could look at it objectively. But very few people are able to see through the weeds because they so focused on a person. And so you got a person with the Macho Man Randy Savage glasses on, named Columbus Short, that nobody was checking for, and a Duck Dynasty hoodie. Who told him to go with those fashion choices? Who can say? But you got Duck Dynasty Macho Man Randy Savage over here. Decided to be a Me Too advocate, as though guys ain't going through enough. You got Cuba Gooding Jr. out here in these streets, Axl Rose, Jamie Foxx. Over 2,500 lawsuits out here in these streets, and Columbi decide that he want to go Columbo and be a Me Too advocate and tell his little story. So the first question that I would have for Columbus is,
Gotta tell on him. He tried it on me, so I know it's true.
why is Diddy reaching out to Columbo in the first place? See, now I'm looking at you in the light a little differently, right? Because that's not even a story that I would even feel comfortable telling if I'm you. If don't nobody know about it, why did he try you? Why did he feel comfortable calling you in the middle of the night? Why did he feel comfortable calling Macho Man Columbus Short in the middle of the night? What impression did you give him? What kind of conversations was y'all having? Why did he see you as meat and food and he didn't try some of these other people? Why did he look at you in the same vein as he looked at Farnsworth Bentley? That's all I'm asking. See, now I wish I would have interviewed him, because now I'm giving out the sauce, because I want to know why he's seeing you as an opportunity and why he decided to call your phone and how he got your number to call your phone in the first place. Is this the first time that y'all talked? Did y'all text? What's the details? And why do you feel it necessary in order to have this conversation? Let's continue.
I was married. My ex-wife.
Somebody says, Anton, didn't Fleece try you? No. We had security in the room, his people, my wife was in the room. There's a lot of people in the room. Let me say this. Fleece knows how to play the game, and he knows that I need to get my money's worth. And so he gonna do what he got. See, I don't want to say that. You know what I'm saying? Because we in the entertainment game, and so it's necessary. Listen, if it was that, then why would I have aired it? Why did I put it out there for the people to be able to see it? But see, that's the thing that black people do. Instead of staying focused on the thing that we focused on, they want to attack the messenger instead of paying attention to the message. So now I have to be distracted and talk about something that ain't even relevant to the conversation, right? I got to get distracted because you so focused on jumping on Columbus's short. You know what I'm saying? You want to jump on Columbus's short. Why is Columbus's wife cussing at him, according to him, ex-wife, meaning that he couldn't even hold it down? Why is Columbus's wife cussing him out in the middle of the night in the bed? Why is Columbus's wife cussing him out in the bed in the middle of the night?
I got a phone call in the middle of the night, about 2:30 in the morning. It was my wife says, "Pick up the phone." It was an unknown number.
Your wife bossed you over and said, "Pick up the phone."
Pick up the phone. What bitch is calling you? Who's calling you? Picked up the phone. It was Diddy. And he said, "Hey man, we didn't see you at the BET Awards. We didn't see you at the BET Awards. What you doing?" I'm in bed with my wife. He said, I'm at the Beverly Hills Hilton.
So think about what he just said. He said, "What you doing? I ain't seen you at the BET Awards." This is coming out of Columbus's mouth. He said, "What you doing?" According to Columbus said,
"What you doing?" I'm in bed with my wife.
Columbus said, "I'm in bed with my wife. I'm in bed with my wife." But then Diddy proceeded to say,
he said, I'm at the Beverly Hills Hilton, the Beverly Hills Hotel. I said, "What's up?" I said, "Who over there?" He said, "Just me."
So you told him, I'm in the bed with my wife. And then he said, "I'm at the hotel by myself." According to you, I'm in the bed with my wife, but I'm at the hotel by my. So he don't even have enough respect and love for your situation, which tells me that it's I'm not looking at. Listen, we know who Diddy is. Ain't nobody confused about the fact that it's a possibility that Diddy like the BBC. Ain't nobody confused about the possibility that Diddy like BBC. That's not a crazy thing. Like if it came out that Diddy is gay, would anybody in here be surprised? No. I'm gonna just go. That's a rhetorical question. No. Is anybody surprised? No. If he is or if he isn't, nobody will be surprised, right? When everybody started coming out and they started telling on Will, or when Jada was emasculating Will, was anybody trying to figure out why she was doing it or why she felt comfortable enough to be able to do it? No. We just use our context clues in order to come to a conclusion to figure out that, oh, okay, she must just got something on him. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't surprised, which I don't think that Will deserved to get his business thrown out in the street, nor do I think that Diddy deserved to get his business thrown out in the street. But for the sake of conversation, nobody is surprised. Like, ain't nobody confused. The thing that I am questioning, though, is why is he calling you from a block number on your personal cell phone while you in the bed with your wife? And you say it out loud, because any real dude know. Okay, fellas. Question before we get over into Brandon Johnson. Here's the question. I'm in the bed. Watch this. Watch this. I ain't even got to say nothing. Watch this. Women ain't even crazy. This how he got caught.
Hello.
Hey, you busy?
No.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
If and this is just your opinion, right?
A lot of pressure, but go ahead.
It's not pressure. It's just a funny question. If I get a phone call at 3 a.m. and I say, "Hey, I'm in the bed with my wife," what am I doing? In your opinion? Be honest.
Well, I mean, I can't answer it based off of you. If that was somebody else that said that, I would think they was trying to hide something.
Exactly. So if you in the bed, let's just say that it's not you just be in the bed and I got a history of doing bad things, right?
Right.
And I answer the phone and I say, "Hey, I'm in the bed with my wife. What you want?" Out loud. What does that mean?
that means you telling the other person on the other line to shut up and not say nothing that your wife can hear.
Exactly. Thank you. I ain't gotta. Nigga, this ain't rocket science. Why do he feel comfortable? Why is Diddy calling Columbus, and then Columbus making an announcement and saying, "Hey, I'm in the bed with my wife." Nigga, now we now looking at you with the side eye like, Because if you a real one and if you ain't got nothing to worry about, you're going to be like, man, I don't know who this is calling me. Well, yo, what's up? Yo, fam, what up? What is it? Man, what you calling me for this late, bro? Hey, man, I got to go, bro. Man, hit me up later because I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, that's how you just a natural dude. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I don't know what the hell is going on. Hello? Hey, what you doing? You gonna come to the hotel tonight? No, I'm in the bed with my wife. Listen to listen, he said it. He said it. He thought he was being funny and exposing Diddy, but I'm looking at Columbus a little differently now.
He tried it on me, so I know it's true. I was married, my ex-wife. I got a phone call in the middle of the night, about 2:30 in the morning. It was, my wife says, pick up the phone. It was an unknown number. Pick up the phone. What bitch is calling you? Who's calling you?
I think he modified that a little bit. If I had to guess, she probably said, who calling you? Not what B is calling you. Because now I'm thinking that you look a little funny in the light, Columbus. She might have thought it was, when you said it was Diddy, she might have been like, oh my God, I'm so scared because I don't know if you on that other side. I don't know if you're a switch hitter.
Picked up the phone. It was Diddy. And he said, hey, man, we didn't see what the BET Awards. You know, what you doing? I'm in bed with my wife.
I use my context clues. I'm sorry. I just read it. I don't like when dudes start playing this game. I think that it's corny that he out here doing it. And I think he a sucker for it. I think that Columbus Short, look, we may not necessarily care for Diddy and he might be a scumbag in a lot of ways. But at the very least, I respect Diddy more than I respect Columbus. Because at the very least, Diddy ain't out here running his mouth like a female in the Me Too argument. Watch up, man. When I say who the enemy, the name of this video, the name of this live stream is called The Enemy. Watch for these type of dudes. If you see a dude that walk up to you in Macho Man Randy Savage glasses with a Duck Dynasty hoodie on, willing to go out here and have a conversation and say, hey, man, let me tell you what happened. Get away from him. Get away from him. Don't tell him. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Run away from this type of dude because he is going to come through when somebody else got something to say about you at the family gathering. He going to say, yeah, man, I seen what he did too. You know this type of dude. You know this type of dude. This is the type of dude that's going to be with the gossip queens on December 26th when y'all all come together as a family. He going to be in there while the chicks is in there cutting the cake. They're going to be cutting the pound cake and stuff for the dinner. All of the fellas is going to be watching football. He going to be in there with the gossip queens telling all of the business. Watch for this dude. I know that. I know your type. I know your type. I know your type. I know your type, Columbus. I know your type, Columbo. I can't stand these type of dudes. So you decided to join in on the Me Too movement, huh? You cornball, sucker free. Like, man, I can't. Oh man, if this was Wednesday night on the Anton Daniels channel, I would be talking a little bit differently. But I know that the church got to make sure that they get they offering, and they don't want to have me, you know what I'm saying, on in the daycares with me talking negative about the people the way that I would talk about them on the Anton Daniels channel. So stay tuned for that, Columbo. You sucker.